Hey, shut up for a second. You hear that? Nothing. It's peace, it's quiet, it's the present moment. This moment right now, the only moment that truly matters, the only moment that exists, the only moment where you can actually take action, the only moment where you can live your best life and achieve your goals. Right now, the present. I don't know about you, but I'm always like so stuck in my own head, always thinking, always chirp, 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 always thoughts, ideas, always walking around like it's a beautiful day outside right now, and I'll just be walking around and I won't actually be enjoying the beautiful day. There's clouds, there's blue sky, there's a nice breeze going. Instead of actually just enjoying it and feeling it, I'll be in my head thinking about it, right? Or I'll be analyzing the clouds or the trees, or I'll be thinking about something else. It's hard for us nowadays to be present. It's hard for us to actually experience life. There's a great quote from Bruce Lee where it's in the movie Enter the Dragon. He goes,
"It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory."
Don't focus on the finger that's pointing to the moon, because when you focus on the finger, you miss out on all the heavenly glory. I love that quote because the finger, it represents our thoughts, our ideas, the descriptions about life, right? Like you're watching this video, but you're probably thinking about the video. You're thinking about what I'm saying. You're thinking about the way I look or the background. You're thinking about how I'm saying it. You're thinking about all sorts of stuff. That's the finger. But the moon is just the video itself, the message itself, right? In the case of me walking outside, the moon is just the experience of walking, the movement itself, just being outside in real life. And like I said before, the present moment is the only moment that we can take action. It's the only moment that we can actually live. But if mentally we're never in the present moment, then how can we actually take action? Mentally, we're always somewhere else. We're doing something now. We're in a conversation now, right? Like we're talking to our friends, but then we can't even calm down. We can't even like listen and pay attention to what they're saying. You know what I mean? We're thinking about the next thing to say. We're thinking about what they said and what it means, and we're overanalyzing it. But that's why I say silence is your best friend. Because see, the problem is we're so overstimulated. We got Instagram Reels and we've got TikTok and we've got, all this weed is available to us now, or, we can just go and watch porn whenever we want. Like all these things that are called super stimuli, I believe is what they're called. They're way too overstimulating. They're not natural. Scrolling, doom scrolling, it's not natural for our brain. So our brain gets overloaded with all this pleasure, this easy dopamine, and then it has to downregulate. It's too much, it's too stimulating. So in order to cope with that flood of dopamine, your brain has to actually produce less because your brain wants to be in homeostasis, right? It wants to be in balance. But when that happens, now you feel like shit because now your dopamine has gone way down. You just spiked it up and then it crashed way down. And then so your brain, your body, your nervous system now craves going back to the scrolling, going back to the porn, going back to the weed, going back to the alcohol, to the gambling, whatever it is for you, whatever your vice is. You want to go back to that because that made you feel good and it was really easy. It's not like real life dopamine that you have to go and work for. You have to go and exercise, right? You have to actually get work done. You have to go and approach that person that you want to talk to and start a conversation and work on your social skills. You actually have to overcome a little obstacle in order to get dopamine. That's harder to do, but that's a natural, healthy, real hit of dopamine. Dopamine is meant to give us pleasure from accomplishing difficult things, from growing, from getting out of our comfort zone. That's what dopamine is supposed to do naturally. It's our body's reward system for doing things that maybe we didn't want to do but are good for us, right? But when we have all this cheap sources of dopamine, now it's just like, okay, well, your brain's like, we don't need to do that. We can just scroll all day, right? And then we get so overstimulated. That's how we're stuck in our head all day because we're just thinking, we're just consuming. We're never actually present in life. We're just on our phones all day. But when you start practicing silence, you start getting comfortable with the here and now. Quiet, right? Not just the noise around you, but silence in here. Because see, this is where the real noise is. We're always thinking. So we want to be able to get silent in our mind. But how do we do that? Try, and I know this might sound difficult, but try 30 minutes of unguided. You can do guided, I guess, but unguided meditation per day. Could be in the morning, could be at night before bed, could be in the afternoon, whenever. But try just turning off your phone or having just a guided meditation playing, some music playing, and just sitting there, just sitting with your body, with your breath, noticing how you feel, noticing the sounds around you, noticing and observing all the thoughts in your mind. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Are you feeling tense somewhere? Is there tension maybe in your core, in your forehead? Are you clenching your fists? What about your mind? Are you just so many thoughts? Are you trying to suppress those thoughts because it's not correct meditation? There is no correct or incorrect meditation, because the point is not to suppress your thoughts. The point is just to observe them. The whole point is, people think that meditation is just doing nothing, but the whole point is just to learn to observe your thoughts without interacting with them, because it's the constant interacting with our thoughts. It's not the thoughts themselves, but it's the constant interacting with our thoughts and chasing them around and getting lost in them. That's what makes us so anxious all the time. That's what gets us stuck in our heads and out of the present moment, right? When you do this, it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. We're not used to it. We're used to just doing stuff all the time, constantly being stimulated. And it's gonna feel so understimulating. It's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna feel weird. But if even just for a few seconds, you'll feel this sense of bliss, this sense of calm, you'll feel presence. You'll be like, oh, that's it, there it is. And you won't be able to recapture it. It'll go away then, because then you'll start thinking about it and you'll start thinking about how to get it back. But it just happens naturally, right? When you stop trying to get that feeling, that's when it happens. And all that feeling is presence. It's that silence, it's that stillness. That's what allows you to actually hear your deeper intuition, to actually get guidance from the universe, from God, from your higher self, whatever term you want to use. Because oftentimes we're looking for answers, solutions to our problems. We're always trying to fix things. We're always trying to solve things. We're always trying to figure out what's the next problem, what's the next problem. But oftentimes the answer is just within us. I know it might sound cheesy or whatever, like some woo-woo shit, but it's true. Our intuition, we know what to do. If you really learn to trust your intuition, it's almost never wrong. You know what you need to do to solve your problems. You just need to stop distracting yourself from that answer and stop distracting yourself from those problems. And when you do this, honestly, for me, I start to feel this childlike sense of bliss again. Like the other day, I was just watching some anime, and I know it's like, who cares, you're watching anime, but like I haven't even allowed myself to just sit down and just watch a show, watch an anime, like not be on my phone while I'm watching, but actually I powered my phone off because it was like late at night. And I just sat there and I watched the show, and I was literally just straight up laughing like a kid. I was enjoying myself. I was just present. I was enjoying the music. I was enjoying the story. I was just having a good time. And it was like, wow, like this is like joyful. This is blissful. The peace that we're always chasing and trying to find, it's just right here. It's right now in the present moment. But again, if we're constantly distracted, we can't actually feel it. We can't feel anything because our fucking nervous system's so fried, so overstimulated that normal real life feels numb in comparison. It feels understimulating in comparison. But over time, you start doing the dopamine detox. You're embracing stillness. You're using your phone less. You're using the substances less. Your nervous system starts to heal. Your brain starts to heal. Your dopamine receptors start to get back to normal. You're actually able to get this joy from real life again because you're actually enjoying stillness. You're actually enjoying presence. And it's not doing nothing. It's actually doing everything. Everything is happening right now in the present moment. Nothing happens outside of the present moment. So you're actually doing nothing by constantly being in your head and thinking about all these problems to be solved. I'll leave you with this quote because this sums it up perfectly. Life is not a problem to be solved. It is an experience to be had. And I would add on to that, life is not a problem to be solved. It is an experience to be had and to be enjoyed. And once again, we cannot enjoy life if we are in our heads. If all we're thinking about, if we're always in our heads, all we have to think about is thoughts. All we have to experience is thoughts, right? We can't experience life itself unless we get out of our head, into our body, into the moment. And we do that via practicing stillness. I know I said 30 minutes, but if it's really too overwhelming for you, just try 30 seconds. Start with that. Start slow. Take little baby steps. Trust me, it's going to help you. It's going to go a long way. You're going to start to feel better. You're going to start to look better. You're going to start wanting to use your phone less. You're going to start wanting to put your phone down more and wanting to be present more and actually connect with people. When you have that conversation with your friend, you're actually going to be able to listen to them, actually hear them and feel what they're saying, not just be like, oh yeah, damn, that's crazy, bro. You know, like all these bullshit conversations that we normally have. You're gonna feel your intuition more, you're gonna trust it more, you're gonna trust yourself more, you're gonna build more confidence. You're just gonna be walking around and you'll just start laughing, you'll just start smiling, you'll just feel good. You start to feel high on life, like people talk about. And it's like, isn't that where we want to be, where we don't need to rely on any outside substances, we don't need to rely on our phones, on constantly scrolling on reels for like hits of pleasure, for validation. Like we just feel so good within ourselves that we can just enjoy life. That's where I want to be. And if you made it this far in the video, I'm assuming that's where you want to be also. So practice stillness every single day. It's going to be uncomfortable, but I promise you it will be worth it in the end. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will talk to you soon.